So hi guys, in this video we are start with the recursion. So what is recursion? Recursion is something when any function calling itself is called recursion. Recursion. So we are going to make a connection between maths and programming so that we can understand what is recursion. Like in maths, how we can write function? How we can write function? Like f t square equal to f t equal to t square. When we give t equal to 2, then we get 4. Like 2 multiplied by 2 equal to 4. 2 multiplied by 2 equal to 4. So how we can write same thing in the Java, like in a program, like public static void int x, and we return something. So in the function we give some input and we return something. Same here we give some input like t equal to 2 and we get 4, and same here we give 2, then we get 2 multiplied by 2 equal to 4. Same things are happening in the function, and same here happening in the program. So what is the function in program? Is like it is used to express algebraic expression in the program. So function is a tool which is used in the program to express algebraic expression. Okay, so if we talk about recursion, before introducing a recursion, we want to recall the formula which is called PMI formula. What is the PMI formula? Sigma I equal to 1 to n equal to n into n plus 1. We are studies this formula in the 10 and 12, 11th and 12th. How we can prove this formula in 11th and 12th and this time? So we prove this formula before proving this formula. What we suppose? We suppose that this formula is true for n equal to k. So this formula is true for n equal to k into k plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, we suppose that this formula is true for n equal to k. Then we prove that this formula for k plus 1. We suppose that this formula is true for k, then we prove that formula for k plus 1. How we can prove this formula for k plus 1? Here. So we prove that formula for k plus 1. How? So we are going to prove this formula here. So sigma I equal to 1, and we put k at the k place, k plus 1. Okay, and we put this k plus 1 here, and we put this k plus 1 plus 1. Okay, and then this is our RHS. So here k plus 2 and k plus 1. Okay, so k plus 1, sorry, so here our k plus 1 and here our k plus 2. Here our k plus 2 divided by 2. This is also 2, this is also 2. So we have to prove this formula. Okay, so this is our RHS, or what is our LHS? Our LHS is sigma I equal to 1 and k plus 1 equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus k plus 1. So this, what is this formula? This is equal to k into k plus 1 divided by 2, and this is equal to k plus 1. Okay, so we have to put this formula like k plus 1 into k plus 2 into k plus 1 divided by 2. Then what we get? We get k plus 2, we get k plus 2 and k plus 1 divided by 2. So this is true. LHS equal to RHS. Okay, so we prove this formula for k plus 1 so that we can prove this formula for k. Here this is k. Okay, so in this question, in this problem, recursion. So recursion, how the recursion is connecting with this. So we understand using our problem, which is sample problem in the recursion. So this problem is this: print decreasing print decreasing. Okay. So this is our official question, which is print decreasing. So in this question, we give integer n equal to 5, and we have to print this value with decreasing, like 5. If we give 5, then we have to print 5 4 3 2 1 as our output. Okay, we give n equal to 5, then we have to print 5 4 3 2 1. So how we can print? How we can print? So we have to, what we have to do, when we call PD5, when we call PD5, PD is called print decreasing function, PD5, then we have to print 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, we have to print 5 4 3 2 1. And when so how we can print this? How we can print this? In recursion we have to deal with faith. We have to deal with faith and expectation and low level approach. Low level approach. This is our faith and expectation. This is our low level approach. In recursion, we have to solve the question using these approaches. From low level approach, we find our base condition. We found our base condition. Okay, we understand in the further video. So what is the, so we have to print PD5. So this is your expectation. This is what I want. This is your expectation. This is your expectation. This is something what I want. And how we can print this? We have to faith that PD4. We have to faith that PD4. This is 5, this is 4. That PD4 will know how to print 4 3 2 1. So PD4, we expect that PD4 will know how to print 4 3 2 1. So can we print PD5 using this PD4? This is your expectation. This is our faith. Yes, we can print PD5 using PD4. How? We just meet the faith and expectation. We have to meet the faith and expectation. How we can meet this expectation with faith? We have to just print 5 before calling this PD4. Then we can print. Then we can print 5 4 3 2 1. Then we can print 5 4 3 2 1. Okay. So same things here. Same thing in the PMI formula. Same thing in the PMI formula. Same thing in the PMI formula. What? We suppose that this formula is true for K. Sigma I equal to 1 to n equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. This is true for K. Then we can prove for K plus 1. So this is our faith now. This is our faith. Same thing here. When we are going to expect that PD5 will print 5 4 3 2 1, then we suppose that PD4 will know how to print 4 3 2 1. Same in the PMI formula. We faith that this formula is true for K, then we can prove that formula for K plus 1. And then same here, we suppose that PD4 will know how to print 4 3 2 1, then we can print PD5. So you have to do something extra like this. We have to print just before PD4 calling print 5. Okay. So in general, what we have to do in generally, what we have to do in generally, PDN is our expectation, which will know how to print n minus 1, minus 2, n minus 3 dot n, and this is your expectation. This is your expectation. Okay, and this is your faith that PD n minus 1 will know how to print n minus 1, n minus 2 dot 1. Okay, so can we meet this faith and expectation? Yes, we can meet the faith and expectation. We have to just print. The here n is missing now, so we have to print n in before calling this function. So we just print n here and then calling pdn minus 1 function, so that we can print this. Okay, so this is your general formula. So so we are going to solve our sample question using this approach, so you can check how we can solve this question. So this is your question. So we have to just take scanner as cn equal to new scanner system dot in, then we have to take some integer. This is take input, and then we call our function, which is our print decreasing function, where we put n, which takes take. So we have to faith here. What is our faith? Our faith is n minus 1, pdi n minus 1. This is your print decreasing function with n minus 1. And how we can meet the faith and expectation? We just print before calling print decreasing function n. Then we can meet our faith and expectation. We are going to dry run this problem on a stack with a low level approach so that you can understand what is your base condition, how we can print 5 4 3 2 1. You can understand easily what's going on in this function. Everything you can understand in the dry run. Okay, so we are going to dry run this question. So before dry run, we have to explain how the function behaves in the stack when any function calling inner area. Like if we have any function, like if we have any function like function a, and this is line number 1, and function b will call in this function, and like this is line number 2, and then function b will call line number 3, and then function c will call then line number 4, and this is function c will call line number 5, and then print it. So this is our stack. So initially function a is called. Okay, function a is called, then the function b, then the line number 1 will run, and then the function v will call, and the function v will come at the top of stack. So function v will come at the top of stack, and when function v will run, then line number 3 will run, and function c will come at the top of stack. Function c will come at the top of stack, and then when the function c will run, then the line number 5 will run, and the function c will come at the top of stack, and when line number 5 will run, then nothing extra is remaining. So function c will wipe out. So function c will wipe out, and then the line number 4 will run of function b. When the function c will wipe out, then the line number 4 will run, and v will also execute it because nothing extra is here. Then in function a also, when function v is called, then function v will wipe out, then line number 2 will run, and in the function a also nothing extra will be run. So all function will wipe out. So same thing here. Sorry, we are going to explain how our code is running. So we are going to code, and we have to just cut out this part so we can dry run easily. I think some mistakes here, so that we just call open mode so that we can understand easily. Yes, so we have to just go to cut out our code so that we understand. So we are going to dry run this problem on a stack so that you can understand very easily. So this is our stack. Okay, so initially our main function here, this main function here, and this is line number 1, this is line number 2. So in the main function we give n equal to 5. So when we give n equal to 5, then it call print decreasing function with the value of 5. This is your print decreasing function with the value of 5. And when the value of 5, so in the print decreasing function, when the line number 1 will call, then it will print 5. Okay, and then the line number 1 will run of this function, and when line number 2 will run, then the 5 value becomes 4. And calling in the next function with the value of 4, and this 5, and the line number 2 will call of 5. Then the value becomes 4 and calling in the next function. In the next function, the line number 1 will run, and it will print 4. And when the line number 2 will run, then the 4 becomes 3. And calling in the next function. Okay, calling the next function, and when the line number 1 will run up this function, then it will print 3, and calling and the value, and when the line number 2 will run, then the value 3 becomes 2 and calling in the next function with the value 2. And when the value when the line number 1 will run up this function, then it will print 2, and then when the line number 2 run with this function, then the value becomes 1 and calling in the next function. And when the line number 1 will run up this function, then it will print 1, and when the line number 2 will call this function, then the value becomes 0, and calling the next function. But here we have to stop, because we doesn't want to print n equal to 0. This is our base condition where we have to stop here and return from that part. Same here in PMI formula. Like our PMI formula, sigma equal to 1 into n plus 1 divided by 2. We put I equal to 1 as a base condition because we start with 1, we not start with 0. So here also we doesn't want to print 0, so we return from that part. So we have to check, we have to just put base condition. If n equal to 0, then we have to return from that condition. So here when we return from n equal to 0, then what? Then this function will wipe out. And nothing extra. Then second function will wipe out, and then third will be wipe out because no extra lines are presented here. So fourth will be wipe out, and 5 will wipe out, and then our main stack also will wipe out when we return from base condition. Okay, so the all functions will wipe out serially. Okay, so we are going to put the condition in our code so that we can check out what's happening here. Okay, so if n equal to 0, then we have to return from that condition. Okay, so we have to execute this function. So this is accepted, and we have to submit this question. So this is submitted. So thank you for watching this video. So in the recursion, we have to deal with the question with faith and expectation so that you can solve all questions using this approach. And for base condition, we dry run this problem, and then we get the base condition where we have to return. We doesn't want to print 0, so we return from that condition. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe this channel and share this video. Thank you so much.